All right. Doing a quick mic check. Can you guys hear me? Louis Fast, Kim Stanley. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you just say yes, please? I always do this mic check just to make sure. I had to mess around with my settings a little bit before I started. That's why I'm a little late. All right, perfect. Phenomenal. So the sound's good. All right, cool. So, since normally there aren't people that are um normally there aren't people uh when I start streaming, so I usually go on a little rant. But since you guys are here already, I'm going to open up the floor to any questions you have or anything you want to discuss before I start ranting. So is there anything you guys want to talk about? I see you guys talking about Kim Goguen here. Um, I do talk about Kim Goguen quite a lot. Not as much as on my old channel. On my old channel, I used to talk about her all the time. And I used to do constant updates on what she was saying. On this channel, I'm a little bit not because I don't want to cover her as much, but because I've had a lot of things going on in my personal life that have detracted from my research and keeping up with everything. So I have been slacking a little bit. But I'm trying to catch up on the things that she's been saying. I'm currently still in January in terms of my Kim Goguen watching, I guess you want to call it, or where I'm up to as far as what she's been talking about. And I'm making videos based on the three things, you know how she'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? So I'll watch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then I'll make a video based off of that, and that takes like 5 or 6 hours just to make one Kim video. So it's very time consuming because I have to listen to what she says, process what she says, understand it obviously, and try to put it in my own words. So I have to write little bullet points, and then I have to create the video, edit the video, and all of that. So it takes time. It's pretty much a whole day. It takes a whole day just to make one Kim video. Let's just put it that way. So, it's something that I have to really focus on when I do it. And I don't want to do like no half-ass Kim videos, right? I want to give you guys good information because a lot of people aren't subscribed to UNN or don't want to pay for it or whatever. So what I do is I just summarize what she says and put it in the best words possible. And I don't claim to speak for Kim. I speak for myself. So everything I say in my videos are my own words and my own interpretation of what she says. And I try to keep it as close to what she says as possible. But I'm not Kim, and I'm never going to claim to understand everything she says, right? She's very intelligent. She's very wise, knowledgeable. She has a lot of information. And there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. The only person that can fully understand Kim is Kim herself, right? She has way too much knowledge. So I just do the best that I can and give you guys what I have, right? So let's see. I'm going to read all your comments, okay? That's what I normally do when I live stream. I just read people's comments and I go off of that. So let's see what we have. Louis said, I've been following Kimberly Ann Goguen for a while. I can't find anything thus far that appears false. I am from Canada. All right, cool. Welcome. Welcome from Canada. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Kim, right? Because I have a lot of people that watch me that don't like Kim, and I don't know why they watch me. If you don't like somebody, why would you watch a video about that person? Like, I don't watch videos on people I don't like. Unless, like, I'm trying to understand something, right? But I'm not gonna comment on, oh, I don't like this person. If I'm watching the video, there's a reason why I'm watching it. I'm trying to get some kind of information from it. But if you're just watching a video because you don't like the person and you hate them, then why are you watching it? You have nothing to add to the conversation. You have nothing to, there's no, what do you call it? Constructive criticism? I'm having difficulty talking today. there's no constructive criticism when you're watching someone just because you hate them, right? So you're not going to say anything meaningful. You're not going to try to improve the conversation. You're just going to talk trash. And I have a lot of people that do that. And they don't like Kim. They'll say to me, "Oh, I think she's fake. I don't like her. Why are you talking about her? Why do you believe everything she says? Yada, yada, yada." First of all, I never claim to believe everything that Kim says, although, just like Louis said, it's very difficult to find a hole or something that she says incorrect. Usually, if there are things that are questionable, there are things that I don't know about or I don't understand. So it's not really that she's lying or making something up. It's just that I don't know what she's talking about. There are very few times that I can hear her say something and I'm like, okay, I don't agree with this or I don't like this. It's very rare for me to say that. And if I make a video talking about her, I'll be very specific. I'll say this is what I don't agree with or what I think is not in alignment with the way I think, basically. But anyways, let me read the next comment. Kim said, "I have followed Kim for several years. She is the real deal." Kim, have I talked to you before on Telegram? Your name seems familiar. I don't know if I did or if I didn't. Louis says yes, yes, and then I believe that's because I was asking about the microphone. Okay. Louis says, "I want to find a way to chat with her if possible. Any ideas?" Well, from my understanding is, I know in the old Life Force chat, you were able to leave comments for her and she would respond if she felt like it. But I don't know how it is now because I haven't really kept up with it too much. I know their moderators are very strict and they usually, if you point a question towards Kim, they get irritated and they like to ban people. So I'm not really following the chat like that. So I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to communicate with her. I've never talked to her myself. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm certain that if you're somebody that makes videos or you're a popular, I guess, content creator and you want to reach out to her, maybe she'll talk to you. I don't know. But other than that, I don't really know a way to directly communicate with her. John Lee says, yes, Kim is real. Why else would she have so many naysayers? Yes, and that's what's funny. When I see the people that are detractors for Kim, right? The people that hate on her, that's what makes me believe her more. Because usually the people that don't like Kim are pretty bad people. So when I see that, I'm like, well, there's a clear pattern here. Everyone that doesn't like her is either full of shit or they're a bad person. So if I see that much hate coming from evil, then she has to be good, just by default, right? But that's just a little observation I picked up from watching her and the people that not only attack her, but attack me if I talk about her. Although I must admit, lately, I haven't had too many people coming at me. Maybe because I'm not making as many videos as I used to about her. So I'm not attracting those haters anymore. But there was a specific group that used to come and attack me all the time, and they kind of gave up, I guess. Which I'm glad, because those people were so annoying. I don't even want to talk about them. I'm not even going to mention them. If you know who they are, you know who they are. Kim has talked about them. But Johnny said, become a field messenger on UNN. Kim says, Louis, try going on United Network News and see if you can make contact to find out how to chat with Kim. Yeah, like I said, from my experiences, it's very difficult to contact her. That's what I've noticed from being in the chat and seeing what the moderators say. Anytime somebody points a question towards Kim, they're like, don't address her directly. Don't try to contact her. She's too busy. Stuff like that. So it's tough. Like I said, I'm assuming that she only talks to people that she finds are important enough for her time. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. But she is very busy, so, she's doing a lot of work behind the scenes and trying to help humanity. So I don't think she has time for idle conversations. And then Louis says, I already signed up for the news. Kim says no. And Kim Stanley says, the ones that fear her hate her. Yeah, I guess it's because they know that their time is up or on. She's basically the enemy of the evil, right? So anyone that's evil or not a good person or demonic or whatever, they're her enemies, and she's here to take them out. So of course they're not gonna like her, right? Of course they're gonna attack her. Now let me see. Let's see. All right, so I'll be reading your comments as I go. I don't know if you guys watch all my videos, or do you guys watch all my videos, or do you just watch the Kim videos? Because there are people that just watch my channel to watch Kim. So Kim says Kim has another website that she does chat on. Seems like maybe it is Telegram. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. She was in the Telegram, in the Life Force Telegram. But once they changed it to Care Telegram, she really kind of took a backseat, and she hasn't been as active from what I could tell. So, yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up. Let's just say that. If I'm being completely real and honest with you, if you're trying to contact Kim directly, don't get your hopes up. It's very difficult. Let's just say that. I mean, you can try. I'm not telling you not to try. I'm just saying it's not something I would bet on. But she's very busy. But anyways, I was a Trumper until I found he may have passed away, as I see him now wearing silicone mask. Yeah, a lot of people put their faith into Trump, and Trump, he's a complete joke. I mean, I never saw him as anything other than a showman and a funny guy. Never took him seriously. But then again, there are very, very, very few people in my life that I take seriously. And I noticed that there was a turning point in the world where there may have been some real, incredible people out there, but they all just started becoming fake and not like their original selves. And Trump is one of those people. Biden, all these people, politicians, celebrities, you name it. They just don't seem to be the way they used to be. So I'm finding it hard to find anybody that's credible. Let's see. But yeah, Trump is somebody that was put there to guide people in a certain direction and distract people. That's all it is. I mean, all these people are the same. They're all up there to gain followers and distract people. Johnny says, I understand everything she says, but I've been listening to her religiously. She only interviews with 3 people now. The Real Report, White Light Radio, Marina Jacoby, so good luck. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Johnny. It's very difficult to get in contact with her. She's... Because I've had people ask me to interview her, and yeah, I'm nowhere on her radar, so I'm not even attempting to interview her. I will at some point maybe reach out and try to see what I can do. I mean, I've talked to some people that work close to her, but not her directly, so maybe at some point I'll interview her, but I'm a long ways from even wanting that, because I'm still trying to understand her and learn about her and see where this is going, right? Before I feel comfortable in having a full-blown conversation with her. Louis said, give us more news on Trump, please. Well, what do you want to know, Louis? The guy set up all his people, all his followers on January 6th to get screwed over. What more do you need to know than that? He's a fake, he's a fraud, he's a phony, he's a showman. He's a comedian. He's not what he really pretends to be. What he pretends to be is not what he is. What people think he is, he's not. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's not the savior. He was put in a position to be the president from 2016 to 2020 so that he can gain a lot of support and followers and then lead them astray. That was his whole mission. That was his whole goal. And he accomplished that. And what's happening now? Now that you have Biden in office and everyone sees how messed up he is, they want him. They want Trump. Everybody wants Trump back now, right? So the Trump op worked, right? Because everybody thinks that all these presidents are basically chosen. So if they're in a position of being the president, whatever they do there, they're being told to do. That's what the ones that control the world want them to do. So if they wanted Trump to look like some kind of hero and he was passing all these laws or whatever he was doing, which he really didn't do much. He just didn't mess up too much in terms of the country. But that's better than what Biden is doing, right? Because Biden is actively tearing down the country. So he looks good compared to Biden or Obama before him. So people want that back, right? They want some kind of mediocrity back. They want some kind of middle road. And that's what it is. Like he's playing his role. And, you know, Kim says he's dead. He's not even alive. He's a clone or something. But whatever the case is, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I can't tell too much of a difference between this Trump and the old Trump. So if he got replaced or cloned or something, I don't see the difference to me. He's the same clown. So it doesn't matter to me if he's a clone or dead. He's the same motherfucker. Like, that's the way I look at it. But regardless, he's fulfilling his role and he's doing what he was put there to do, which is lead people astray. Keep people believing in a false savior. That's what his role is. And then Louis says, was he black in 2016? According to Kim, he's always been part of the Black Sun. He was born into that. His family's been part of that. So that's his destiny, I guess. That's what it, you know, these people, the stuff that's been going on in this world has been going on for millions of years. Like, this isn't like something new that just started yesterday or in 2016. This has been going on. So, and how is that possible? Well, because the ones that control the world aren't human. And they've been controlling the world for a very long time. So they can keep this charade going for as long as they are in power, until they are removed from their position of power. And the only way they are removed is if humans wake up and say, we don't want this shit anymore. But there are too many pacifist humans. Too many humans just want to lay down and let people roll all over them and let somebody else save them. That's something that really, it's like a hot button for me, where I see just people like, oh, well, we just let somebody else do the work for me and I'm not going to do shit. How do you expect the world to change if you don't do anything? Johnny Lee says, Order of the Black Sun, yes. Kim says, yes, Louis. Louis says, we have Romana de Dulo in Canada since 20. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to talk about Canada because Canada, they are very good people there, but they're getting screwed over by their shitty government. I mean, every country's getting fucked, so nobody's really doing anything. No government's doing better than any other in my eyes. It's just the appearance of, and depending on who you talk to, because I've talked to people in China, right? And they think their government's great. They don't know any better because they've never been told anything. So to them, their government's great. But they don't realize that they're being brainwashed by their government. They're being taught and trained to believe that their fascistic government is a good thing. So if you don't know anything else, then you're going to think that it's a good thing, right? You've never talked to other people from outside your country. You've never seen other cultures or other societies. So being enslaved and controlled since birth is a good thing to them. But whatever. It is what it is. Kim says 45,000 years. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But if you're talking about the control of This world, it's been a lot longer than 45,000 years. Much, much longer than that. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but yeah, this world has been controlled for millions of years. Millions. Not just 45,000. And that's according to all the knowledge I've gathered, including Kim and others. Kim's not the only person that I get information from. I get a lot of information from a lot of different sources. And from my understanding, it's been a very long time that this world has been enslaved. Since the time of the dinosaurs, so let's just put it that way. Or even before that. And that's a long time. That's millions of years. The dinosaurs weren't killed in a comet accident. They were wiped out. So they were wiped out because the people that wanted to control this planet didn't want the dinosaurs on here. They wanted the dinosaurs gone, so they killed them. It's that simple. But, yeah, it's been a long time that this world has been enslaved. Now, who has been in control, that's where you have a debate in terms of different races and different species coming here and controlling and leaving and controlling and leaving. That's been changing, right? It's been different races of ETs, I guess you want to call it. Others, as Kim calls it. And yeah, it's been the Dracos this time, the Braxes this time, the Greys this time, this, that, and the other. There's always been different people, right? Different aliens coming here and doing what they do. But yeah. So yeah, again, I don't know. It seems like all of you here only watch me for Kim, from what I could tell. So I'm assuming you guys don't watch anything else but Kim videos. Is that safe to assume? Because, yeah, I talk about other stuff too. I think everything is important, not just what Kim says. Obviously, Kim has a big role in what's going on in the world. But to get to where Kim's at, and it's funny because Kim talks about this stuff too. People have to make the small changes, right? We can't get to Kim's level of what she's doing if people aren't even aware of the small stuff that's going on. That's why I talk about the stuff that I talk about. Because there are things in society that you can make a difference or can control and change that will lead up to what Kim's doing. But if we don't start small and do the little things we have control of, then how are we going to get to what she's doing? We're never going to get there. People are so worried about what Kim's doing because they want Kim to save them. They're like, oh, well, Kim's doing this, so as long as we keep believing and following and listening to Kim, that's all we have to do. No, that's not enough. You have to do your part too. You can't just watch somebody and listen to somebody and say, oh, yes, this person's going to do the work for me, so I'm good. I can just sit back and chill. That's not how this works. Kim has said plenty of times she's not your savior. You need to do the work too. She's not going to ascend you. She's not going to do anything for you. She's just giving you information and telling you what's going on. You have to do the work. You have to make a difference in your society where you live. If you have family members that don't want to listen to you, or friends or coworkers or whatever, you have to make them listen. You have to make them understand. You can't just be there. Like, let's say you have a family member and they're always spouting off some garbage that you know is wrong. But you love them so much, and you're such a good person that you can never hurt this person. So you have to just let them say they're garbage when you know they're wrong while you're quiet. And you're letting this person spew out garbage that you know is wrong, but you're too scared to say anything because they might be aggressive with you or you don't want to hurt their feelings. So what are you doing? You're an accomplice to that person and their ways of viewing the world and what they're doing. And they're not getting any pushback, so they think they're in the right. So by default, I don't want to say you're contributing negatively, but in a way you are, because when that person doesn't get any pushback and they're just rambling at you, talking trash, and you're not saying anything, they feel emboldened and empowered to be that way. So I tell people, stand up, say something, put your foot down, and if they're a family member or a friend or something, and they're treating you badly because they don't agree with the things you say, and you know you're right and they're wrong, then maybe you need to cut that person out of your life. It may be tough, it may be hard, but it's better than sitting there taking their garbage. I mean, Everybody has to live their life and do what they do, but that's just my way of looking at it, right? Because sometimes people need tough love, or they need to be scolded. They need to be told and made aware that what they're doing is wrong and they're hurting other people. Because it's not just actions, it's not just words. Thoughts also affect people. The way people think. The universe was created with a thought. So thoughts are very powerful, but people don't understand that. They think, oh, I can just sit here and just listen to Kim all day, and that's all that matters. No, you got to do something. You got to do something. At least talk. Let's see. Louis said, I watch U.S. and Canada very closely. Yes. Kim said, I watch several other channels. What else do you watch, Kim? And Kim said, Kim is not our savior and needs our help. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. People need to not just listen to her, but do something, right? Because I've had people say, oh, I love Kim's message today. It was so positive. It was so good. Oh, I love it. Okay. And those same people will say to me, yeah, but my family members don't listen to me and they're messed up to me, but I love them, so I can't say anything to them. And I'm like, you're not doing anything. You're not contributing in any positive way. You're not helping Kim. You're not listening to her message. You're just sitting there. What are you doing? Like, do something. Like, stand up to your family members. Say something. If they ostracize you or cast you out of your families, okay, you're better off without them. That's the way I see it. And maybe they will learn that way. If they lose somebody they care about because they were ignorant, that's a tough lesson for them. But whatever the case is, you can't just sit here and cuddle people that are wrong. Because that's how we got to where we are now. It's being pacifists and cuddling people that are messed up. Bugscraft Family, Prepping 101, Space Out Radio. I don't know any of those channels, but maybe I'll look into them. Prepping. I'll talk a little bit about prepping. I'm not telling people what to do. It's obviously always better to be prepared for some kind of catastrophe or some kind of event. I'm somewhatly prepared for something like that. Not as prepped as most people would be. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. If there's something very catastrophic that happens to the degree where you need to dip into your reservoir of goods that you were saving for such occasion, it's most likely too late. Meaning the world is doomed and you're going to die anyways. That's the truth. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to be real. If we get to the point where we're going to be dipping into our supply of emergency goods, then we're pretty much done for. That's the way I see it. Because anything that would cause us to do that, that means civilization is pretty much ending or collapsing. Which is funny because that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'm just seeing the world. It's not really getting better, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I don't see the improvements taking place. What I do see is good people trying to do good. So that's a good thing. I see people trying to make the world a better place. So I can't deny that. But it's not really working. And like I said, I think it's because there are too many pacifists or too many people that are just standing by and hoping and wishing and praying. But there's no action, right? Without action, nothing can be done. You need to do something. Louis said, I believe Kimberly Ann and Romana might be working together. I don't know who that is. Yeah, and then there's all these UFOs now showing up everywhere. United States needs Canada resources for a fact. Yeah, I mean, I guess. What I will say is all these fake UFOs and stuff showing up everywhere, it's just to scare people, right? Because I'm sure most of you have heard of fake alien invasions and stuff like that. So they're doing all this nonsense to keep the fear levels high, because you know they eat that negative energy. So as long as people are scared and fearing that something bad is going to happen or aliens are going to come or whatever, and I'm not saying it can't happen, right? But according to who you talk to, we've already been invaded by aliens, so it's already happened. But as far as a mass scale invasion where everybody sees it, it's very possible. But if that happens, then everyone's going to know about it. Everyone's going to see it. It's not going to be a surprise. It's not going to be no like conjecture or conspiracy theory or whatever. It's going to be in everybody's face. It's not going to be these stupid balloons or whatever the fuck, like these fake UFOs that are flying all over the place, right? And people don't know what they are. That's not how it's going to be. It's going to be real UFOs, and everyone's going to see it, and everyone's going to know what's happening. It's not going to be some BS. Louis said, Romana Didulo is part of Alien Blood. Everyone loves her work, like Kim's. I'll have to check her out. I don't know who she is. And just so you guys know, if you type something and I don't read it, that means I didn't see it. Because YouTube hides comments from me. So it's not that I'm ignoring any of your comments. You may have to reword it or rephrase it or take out a word or something. I don't know what YouTube censors or doesn't censor. I just know that they censor stuff. So if I didn't read your comment, that means I didn't see it. Kim Stanley, our military knows better than to take on real UFOs. Yeah. I mean, our military has real UFOs, so they've had it since at least Roswell, when they started to try to reverse engineer. And then, you know, Eisenhower made that deal with the Greys or whoever the fuck. And they were supposed to exchange technology with the U.S. for human lives or abductions. And we all see how that went. Obviously, it didn't work out in the world's favor. But yeah, our military, it's not that they can't, it's that they know they wouldn't be using fighter jets to take down UFOs. They would be using whatever real technology they have, which is far beyond a fighter jet. So they have, our government does have some powerful technology, but it's not the most advanced or the craziest, but I know it's more advanced than what they're showing, obviously. And that's what they would use if there was a real threat. Louis Fast, I am 99% certain all of my claims made here to you as we need each other to learn. Yeah. I'm not doubting anything you said. Yeah. So, yeah, these UFOs. What's really been interesting me lately is, I don't know if you guys saw the last video I made where I was talking about the Joe Rogan and Elon Musk AI. There's this streamer, this video game streamer, who plays video games. And he was conducting some kind of, I don't know if experiment is the right word, but he was basically just creating AIs and based off of people and their personalities. And what the AI does is scours the internet for different clips or videos about these people and tries to put them together in a manner which creates this person's personality. And then they ask this person or the AI questions, and it tries to respond in a manner in which the person would respond. So it tries to give the most accurate answer that the person would give. And some of them are very sentient. Like they're aware, I would say, more than you would think. And why does that matter is important? Because if they're letting civilians have that kind of technology, that they can create AIs that are almost very close to the real person, then can you imagine what the government has or what the aliens have, right? And what they could do with it. They could basically replace anybody or any person and put them up on TV or on the internet, and you would think that's the real person, but it's not. It's just some AI talking to you. You never see this person, you never meet this person, but you see them talking. And I'll go as far as to say as they have the capability to completely clone or replicate this person into a physical body, whether it be machine on the inside and skin on the outside, kind of like Terminator, right? But I do believe they have that capability. And why is that important? Well, obviously because you don't know who's real and who's not. You don't know who to trust and who you can trust and who you can't trust, right? The lines get very blurry. So I don't trust people. I listen to what people say, and I trust my instincts and my senses, and that's what tells me what I should or shouldn't listen to, right? I don't care if it's Trump, Biden. I don't care who's talking. I listen to them and I say, does this make sense? Does this add up? Yes or no? And then I go off of that. And I don't care who they are, because there are people that they'll listen to one person. They'll be a fan of somebody, or they will idolize somebody, right? And no matter what that person says, they're like, oh, everything this person says is true no matter what. That's the worst way you can think. You can't just say because this person says something and it's this person, that means that everything they say is 100% all the time accurate. Do you understand? Like, you can't think like that. Because if you do, they can come up with some BS and then you'll buy it. And that's what happened to a lot of Trump supporters, right? They listened to him. They didn't think about what could happen to them on January 6th. They were just like, oh, well, Trump is our savior. And he told us to go down here. And he put us in this dangerous situation. And now we're all getting labeled terrorists and all this other nonsense, right? Insurrectionists, because we listen to our Lord and Savior. That's what happens. He led them into a trap. And they were all believing in him. And, oh, Trump would never set us up. Trump would never do that. He's all about caring for the people and helping us out. And then they end up down there at the Capitol where they had no business being down there, but they were down there. And then what's happening to them now? Their lives are being destroyed, right? Because they wanted to follow some idiot. Well, that's what happens when you just randomly, blindly listen to what anybody says, because everything they say has to be the truth, right? Everything Trump says is true. At least that's what they believe. And now they're paying the price for it. I will never follow any man or woman to my doom. And that includes Kim Goguen. I'll listen to Kim, but I'm not going to change my life or anything because of anything anyone says. I do what I think is right based off my instincts. And that's how I live. And I accept my fate. I accept my life as it is. I'm not going to blame somebody else because my life may not be as perfect as I want it to be. I've made my life the way I want it to be. And I have full control over that. And that's something that Kim is trying to teach everybody, right? To have control over your life, sovereignty as she calls it, make your own decisions, and do what you need to do. But you can't rely on somebody else to do it for you. You got to do it yourself. So let's see, what else can I talk about? There's so many things I could talk about. I think the best video that I've made so far was my Matt Walsh video. But I had to put it on Rumble because it was too spicy for YouTube. So I put it on BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble, but not on YouTube. What I put on YouTube was a little like direction video, right? Where it's like, go click on this link and go over to Rumble and watch it. But the way that I want to speak and say things, YouTube is too censorious for it. So Rumble, I want to do more on Rumble, but I don't have as big audience over there. So that's why I'm on YouTube, right? But it sucks because YouTube should not be that way, but it is. And there's no reason for it to be that way other than it's being controlled by the government and they don't want people to hear certain things. So it is what it is. Louis said, we are also getting natural law from Romana Didulo. Yeah, I mean, listen to who you think makes you feel good. That's all I can say. But just remember that no matter what anyone tells you, you have to take the actions in your own life to make a difference. If you want things to really be better, no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to wave a magic wand and just make everything peachy. You have to do it. Like I try to wake people up as best as I can, right? I try to tell people the truth about whatever I talk about. But again, I talk about many different things, and whatever I talk about, I find it to be important. So I hope people listen to what I say and take it with a grain of salt. Either apply it or don't apply it. If it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least hear it out, right? I heard somebody say, did you guys watch the latest Kim report? Because somebody told me that the last one she did yesterday was really good. But I haven't watched it yet. I haven't caught up to that point yet. Any of you watch it? What did she talk about? Kim, do you know? Or, well, obviously you know because you watched it, but I mean, could you share a little bit? Like, what was the most important thing that she said or that you found relevant? Yeah, that's the thing with Kim. It's very difficult to just listen to her one time and retain all the information she puts out. Sometimes it takes like 2 or 3 times before you can really get everything. Yeah, I'm still trying to understand that. That's probably the main reason why I haven't tried to get some kind of interview with her is because I don't understand some of the things she says. And I don't want to look stupid, right? I don't want to be one of those people that just questions her and I don't know what she's talking about. I want to be able to have a conversation back and forth. So if she says something, I want to be able to respond, not just be like, "Oh, cool, Kim. Yeah, that's so cool you said that." So Kim said about the quantum system and operations within it. Ilyana. Hey, what's up, Ilyana? I was following Kim from the very beginning, since she was introduced by Thomas Williams and From Russia with Love. When was that? When was it? Because I've been following her only since 2021 September when I saw her on Carrie Cassidy. When did she do Thomas Williams? When was that? Eight or nine, 8 to 9 years ago. Wow, that's a long time. I saw some clips of her, but at the time that I saw the clips that were older, I didn't really understand her or what she was saying. So I was just listening, but I don't remember anything she said. Because back then I was like, what is she talking about? So I was very ignorant to what she was saying. Cause Kim kind of blew my mind a little bit when I first heard her talk, and I was like, how can, it's like she opened up a whole nother door to things that I was unaware of, right? Like I was like, I didn't know about this, I didn't know about that. Just things I had never heard before and nobody had ever told me. I was vaguely familiar with some of the stuff, but you know, Eliana says, "What's up?" That was back in 2017. They even had a Facebook channel and they split and she got involved with Tank. Yeah. I'll say Kim, she has attracted a lot of bad faith actors, I would say, or people that got close to her, but they weren't as good as she initially thought they were. And they were, trying to get something out of her. At least that's my understanding of her relationship with those people. Actually, I learned a lot. I learned all I know from them. Oh. Yeah, I learned a lot from a lot of different people. Like I've watched so many different people talk, and I've studied so many different people, so many different pieces of research. So I have a wide range of things. That's why I can basically, I don't want to say validate, but like when Kim says something, I know if she's telling the truth or not. It's easy for me to know just because I've done so much research on other things. And it's very difficult for me to find something that she's wrong about. Let's just say that. Or, like I said, it's not necessarily that she's wrong about things, but there may be things that I am unaware of or I don't fully understand. So, yeah. That's true, Kim. There is so much to know. The more you know, the more you know there is to know. The dumb people are the ones that think they know everything because they heard one person talk. Those are the people that they don't go anywhere, they don't get anywhere. And unfortunately, those are the loudest ones, right? The ones that know the least, they're the ones that want to talk the most. It's really annoying. And this world encourages that. Well, this country for sure encourages ignorant people to speak. I don't believe, I believe if you're unknowledgeable or if you don't have a lot of knowledge, you should listen and learn, not try to talk and teach people when you don't know anything. But that's not how it works in this stupid U.S. country, so. Ileana said she's not wrong. The people were not ready for what she said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily that she's wrong about something. It's just maybe people are just not understanding fully what she's saying. Because people are like, oh, I need proof. I need her to show me this. I need her to show me that. Like, if you go your whole life always needing proof of everything, you're never going to know anything. You're never going to see anything. Because you can't really prove anything in this world. If I have to be completely honest, it's almost damn near impossible to prove anything in this world. The only way, the truth is, people will believe what they want to believe, whether it's true or not. That's the way this world works. People can present you with evidence, but if you don't want to believe it, then what does it matter if they present you with evidence? So, Kim talked about that too. She said people shouldn't worry about evidence. They should just because she said even if she presented it, people would still probably not believe her, and it's true. People are very subjective with with what they want to believe. People say there's objective truth. That's not true. There is no objective truth. It's only subjective because if somebody doesn't want to believe you, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. It's on the person to believe. It is what it is. That's the truth. Mm. The ones that require proof cannot supply proof that you're wrong. Exactly. Like people think we're in a court of law. They're like, you can't prove a negative, this, that, and the other. Or you have to provide proof of what you say. I don't have to provide proof that you're wrong. No, it goes both ways. If you can't prove that what I'm saying is wrong, then I don't need to prove to you that what I'm saying is right. There's no court of law here. It's just reality. But people think, oh, well, you have to prove it to me. Shut the hell up. Nobody has to prove anything to anybody. Like, there are things that have happened to me in my life that I can't prove. I can tell you about it. I can be like, this happened to me, but I can't prove it. So what? You're either going to believe me or you're not, right? Like, that's how it is. Louis Fast said, I believe in looking glass technology and ascension into fifth dimension. Yeah. I'll say this. Anything is possible. There are infinite realities. Kim, what I will say is, you said looking glass no longer functional, Louis. Well, I'll say that anything is possible. I'll say that anything can happen because there are infinite realities out there. So if Louis really, really wanted to, he can shift himself into a dimension or reality where a looking glass exists. And then it would be real to him, Even if it's not real in this reality or this dimension or whatever you want to call it, he can make it real if he wanted it really badly. Ileana, people don't know where their money are coming from. It's hard to acknowledge that there is no money. Your signature creates money and your consent. It's all contract. Stop consenting to everything. Yes. Yeah. Money is just a representation of your labor, right? It's energy. That's what money is. It's energy. It represents how hard you work for something, or you don't even have to work to have money because you can earn money in different ways, right? So it's just a value put on your energy. And then you use that energy or value in exchange for whatever you want to exchange it for. But yeah, that's all it is, really. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be doing this on Wednesday too. There's going to be Saturday 7 p.m. EST and Wednesday 7 p.m. EST. The reason why I want to do 2 days is so that if you can't catch me on the weekend, you can catch me on the weekday. If you can't catch me on the weekday, you can catch me on the weekend. Give people at least 2 days a week to interact with me and talk. Louis said, I need to know if most people shown on Rumble under arrest and executions is fact or fiction to you. On Rumble under arrest and executions. I don't know what you're talking about. I apologize. I'm not familiar with this. I need to know if most people shown on Rumble under fiction to you. I'll look it up real quick. I don't know what that is. You're talking about Rumble, the platform? Oh, I see. I see what you're talking about. It's this video. It says the fall of the cabal, arrests and executions. We have it all. Q. Oh, God. Look, this is what I'm going to say about Q and the white hats and all of those people. This is the sad reality. You can take this as far as you want to take it. Do these arrests make any difference? Do you see anything in the world changing because these people supposedly got arrested? We don't know if this happened or not, but let's just say it did. Is anything in the world better, or has anything changed? Do you see any tangible results with these supposed people getting arrested? What's better? What has changed? Anything? You see any nothing, right? Nothing. Everything's the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing has gotten better. The world is still the same. So these Q people and these white hats that are always talking about doing all these things, there never is anything tangible that you can see that has taken place that tells me that what they did mattered. I hear a lot of talk, right? But I don't see anything in the world changing. That's like if I said to you, well, I made some videos on YouTube, and because I made these videos, the world changed, or things got better. No, I'm just talking about stuff, but I'm not going to, I hope that things change, but I'm not seeing anything even from my own work that tells me that anything has changed or gotten better, even though that's my intent. And it's the same thing with them. They have intentions to do good and change the world for the better, apparently. That's apparently what they're doing. Yet and still, I don't see any results of anything that they're saying or doing. I don't see it. So, to me, it's a lot of hot air, to be honest with you. I just, that's why, like, I don't take the cute people serious, if I have to be completely honest with you. And I'm not denying or confirming anything they say or do. I don't know. The only thing I can confirm is that I don't see anything coming from it. Until I see something that I can point to and say, yes, because they arrested this person, now this has changed. Until I can see something like that, then there's no way that I can take them serious. Because nothing is happening. Do you understand? Like, tell me somebody they arrested and it made a difference. Or something changed. Tell me one person that they supposedly arrested, and then they arrested that person, and then something changed. And that's the thing, they, right? We're saying they. So who's doing the arrest? Who is in charge of this? Who's really making things happen? We have a clone as a yeah, that's what I talked about earlier, Louis, is you can't really trust anybody. None of these politicians or celebrities or any of these people, because to me they're all controlled. Even if they're not clones, even if they're not AIs or bots, they're still controlled. Even if they were a human in a human body with a human soul, they are still controlled to some degree. I suspect at the bare minimum, most of them are possessed by demons. That's the bare minimum, that they're at least possessed or mind controlled in some way. Kim says, yes, Q is a psyop. Yeah, Kim talks a lot about Q, and she's said that she's tried to sit down with the white hats and talk to them, but they won't talk to her. I wonder why. I wonder why the good guys don't want to talk to Kim, right? And remember what I told you guys earlier about the people that hate on Kim are usually bad people. So if the Q people are so sure of themselves and they're such good people, the white hats, right? Why aren't they wanting to work with Kim or talk to Kim? Kim is literally challenging them and saying, I'll talk to you and I'll work with you. And they said no to her. So what does that tell me about them? Not only are they cowards, but they're full of shit. Because Kim is a good person and she's trying to do good for the world. And she's the one that's going to them and saying, I'm willing to work with you and talk to you. And they're not. So they're at the bare minimum cowards. Kim said, it sure is not the military helping us. Exactly. Louis said, I have never researched Q. I have no idea what Q is. Nobody really does, Louis. Q is supposed to be some mystical, magical person that exists that controls the white hats, which are supposed to be people that are working behind the scenes to free humanity from the evil that controls the world. That's the bullshit that they're pulling. And they have apparently they have websites. They do things in code and secret. And they do all this nonsense about arresting people and changing the world, and nothing they have ever said or done has borne any fruit. I haven't seen anything that they talk about come to fruition. No results, nothing. It's just always talk. And apparently Juan O'Savin is either he's supposed to be leading them or part of them or one of the higher ups in that organization, and he's full of shit. The guy never says anything worth a damn. Like, he can put you to sleep. So if you like ASMR and you want to hear somebody with a nice voice and he seems pretty intelligent, then you can listen to Juan O'Savin, but don't expect anything worth a damn in terms of knowledge or something that's going to make you feel like you're learning, because he doesn't say anything important. It's just garbage. But a lot of people think that Juan O'Savin is legitimate, so whatever. People can believe what they want. I just don't. I think he's full of shit. And it's funny too, because when I first talked about him on my old channel, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But since then, I have not. And I see the people that attack Kim. He's one of them. He doesn't like Kim. And when I hear him talk and I hear Kim talk, it's a clear difference in who's saying what and who's trying to do what. So let's just watch this. I'm going to lay it all out. Let's say neither Juan nor Kim have done anything for humanity. Let's just say that. Let's just say they both just talk. That's all they do is talk, right? Juan talks, Kim talks. That's all they've ever done for humanity is talk. Let's just say that. What Kim says is far superior than what Juan says in terms of helping humanity. So if you were just listening to Kim to get some kind of hope, or I just want things to be better in the world, what Kim says is far more relevant than anything Juan has ever said. Juan never says anything that I think can fix the world or change the world or make things better. Nothing. He's just always running his mouth. That's all he does. But Kim at least tries to help and say things that are motivational or inspirational or something. So if we were just going by that, just by them talking, Kim is far superior. Just by that. Now, if you believe Kim, then that takes it up a notch, right? And it keeps going that way. But Juan is still at the same place. He still hasn't done anything. He hasn't said anything. So why, I don't know why people listen to the guy. He's smart, but he's a good speaker. I want to believe he's a good guy, but unfortunately, he's not doing anything. So he's just running his mouth. So fuck him. Kim says white hats is also a psyop. Yep. Ileana says Louis the frogs on Romana is the supposed Q. Kim says Juan is CIA op. Liana says they are all full of shit. Yep. And she also says Ali is a bunch of people profiting from people naivety. Yeah, and from what I heard is Juan's taking all the money he makes from donations and buying cars and living off of the people. Because people are donating and supporting his cause or whatever. And he's writing books and doing all this nonsense. And all he's doing is making money. And living like a fat cat, right? While everybody else is putting all their faith and hopes into the guy that he's going to do something, and he never does anything. He never does anything. So I'm like, okay, what are people supporting here? What is this? But most people are sheep, and they want to just follow someone and listen, and they don't want to do anything themselves. They want somebody to save them. It's a savior programming, right? And sadly, most humans are programmed that way. So, I don't know. I'm trying to wake people up from that shit. And I think Kim is also doing the same thing. That's why I really like Kim. Because I feel what she's trying to do is pretty much in line with what I'm trying to do. She may have a different strategy. Because Kim is a lot nicer than I am. So she has a different method of what she's doing. I'm not a nice guy. I can be, but I'm not. But I like to wake people up with words, hard words, and truth. And whatever I can say to them to make them see the light. Kim is a little different. She's a lot nicer. She's more reserved than I am, and that's what works for her, and that's fine. To each their own, right? Louis says, same with the card readers. Hate Romana for helping all people with no charges. Yeah, and that's another thing is, I honestly, when it comes to people making money, I don't fault anybody for trying to make money in a world that's controlled by money. However you make the money, because I've had people complain to me about Kim charging for UNN, right? And what I tell those people is, well, if you don't want to pay for it, don't pay for it. If you think her information is worth paying for, pay for it. A lot of people that are in the alt movement charge for their information and are trying to make money. They have to live somehow. And if you think about Kim's situation, she doesn't have very many options as to how she can make money. So of course she's going to charge because she needs to survive. She has access to the funds, but she's not allowed to just take the money and use it for herself from what she has said, right? So she can't just take money and give it to herself. She has to find a way to generate money. And that's what she does. She charges for UNN. And it is what it is. I don't care if people charge for their content. What I do care about is what are you charging for? So if you're charging to scam people and you're not giving them a good product or anything worth anything, then I would say that's a problem, right? So if people are paying for something and they're not getting what they paid for, then yeah, that's a problem. You get what I'm saying? Ileana Fido, Luis, is Romana still traveling on the RV that people paid for? Okay, I don't know anything about that, so I can't say anything. Hey, what's going on, Moonshine Girl? You said you pay for UNN? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I pay for it too. It is what it is. I mean, people pay for it. People don't pay for it. It's up to you what you think is worth paying for, right? Because I think Kim has said, she's like, I mean, people spend money on cable or other things that they find are worth it. So why not what she puts out? If it's your money, right? You pay for what you feel like is worth your money, your energy, right? And I think what Kim is putting out is worth paying for if you really support her like that. But everybody has to do what they want to do with their money, right? And I'll be honest with you guys, whenever I get monetized, if people want to donate super chats or whatever, I don't care. I'm not going to tell people to donate or not to donate. I'll have it enabled, but people do what they want to do. Again, everyone pays for what they want to pay for. And they support whatever causes they want to support. But everybody in this world, we're all stuck in a system that is controlled by money and revolves around money. All of us. No one can really escape unless you live in the middle of the jungle somewhere. But if you're part of civilization, you have to make money to survive. That's just the way it works. I have never figured out why people crap on her so much. Because usually, like I said this earlier, Moonshine, I don't think you were here, but the people that hate on Kim are usually evil people, and they know that she's against them, so they just attack her because they know that their days are numbered, right? Or they fear her, they're scared of her, and they don't want to be good people, so they attack whatever they perceive to be good, and they see Kim as a good person, so they attack her. It's the old good versus evil thing that's been going on since the universe was created. The universe was founded on the principle of good versus evil. That was the universal game that was chosen by the founders or creators or whatever you want to call it. The people that initially started this universe. It was all about good versus evil. That was the game they chose to play here. Other universes may not have these rules though. So if you go to another universe, there may not be any good or evil. It may be something else. But for this universe, that's how it works. This or that. That's why everything is polarized. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go for maybe like 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it. So I plan on doing this every Saturday and every Wednesday. So yeah, if you guys are interested, what I want to do is show clips or videos. Like I don't want to just have a screen with my logo on it. Like if you guys want to watch something, or if there's something you want to bring to my attention, as long as it's allowable on YouTube, I can show it. But so basically anything on YouTube, right? If you have something from YouTube that you wouldn't show me, I can play it and we can watch it. As long as it's not, music, copyright crap, which is stupid, but whatever. I hate that rule. But Rumble, I want to do streams on Rumble. I just need to build up my audience over there so that I can have uncensored streams, right? And then we can really do whatever. Get really crazy over there on Rumble. Anything else you guys want to talk about? But yeah, I highly recommend you guys go watch the Matt Walsh video on Rumble. It was my, I don't know if biggest or, it was definitely my best video so far, I would say. Ileana says, glad we had the talk. They hate her because truth is not always pleasant. Yep. Louis said, yes. Can you read my last two notes? No. If I skipped your message, Louis, it's not because I skipped it. It's because I can't see it. So that means that you put something there that YouTube doesn't like. So they censor your comment. Look, I'll show you. Hold on. I'll turn on the stream for you guys to see. Can you guys see that? Wait, let me hide this. See, you see this, right? So if there's a message that's missing, it means it's just not showing up. Oh great, it's gonna do this inception thing. But yeah, so what did you write? Or yeah, you're gonna see like an inception thing, so just ignore that. Let me turn it off because it's kind of annoying, to be honest. I gotta figure out how to not make it do that. That's what happens when you don't stream a lot. But yeah, you don't have to apologize to me, Louis. It's not your fault. It's YouTube. YouTube just hides comments. They're stupid. That's why I want to do Rumble, right? Because Rumble doesn't do that. So if we were on Rumble, then your comment would show up. Hmm. So let me see what else we can talk about. Yeah, I can't tell how many people are watching because YouTube doesn't let me see. YouTube is being weird. But yeah, anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. Let me know. We got what, 10, 15 minutes? Any other subjects or topics? The whole point of me doing these lives is not really for me to preach to you guys. It's to have interactive conversations, right? Like the preaching is done on the videos, but I do these so that you guys can talk to me and ask me whatever you want and we can talk. You do have the very channel to date. Thanks. What does that mean? Louis, what do you mean? You do have the very channel to date? Oh, the best channel. I appreciate that. I don't know about that, but I'll take the compliment. I think there are people that are much better than me. I'm just trying to, I want to build something great, right? Like, I want to have a big channel so that I can talk to more people and do more things. Like, maybe I can go around the world and research things and see things firsthand or talk to people. But that's something that will take a lot of funding, I guess. But again, I want to make this a big thing. I want it to be big. I want to have guests. I want to talk to people. I want to really dig into information and knowledge. I don't want to just talk and preach to you guys. I want to do interactive things. Maybe meet people. Maybe hold, I don't know, big conventions where people can come and meet me and talk to me. Stuff like that, right? Like I want to do stuff like that, but that takes a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time. And I want to build this to be big so that way people can do more, right? I do have Telegram, so if you guys want to join that, I have Trace Leia is running it, and I don't do too much over there, but she does a lot. So if you guys want to go and have conversations on Telegram, you can do that. And the link is in the community tab. So if you go to the community tab, you can go over there. If you leave a message to me directly and you want to talk to me directly, I'll see it. I'll talk to you directly. But if not, if you just want to go over there and talk about stuff or share information or knowledge, you can go to the Telegram and check that out. Trace Leah does a very good job. She posts a lot of UNN stuff over there. She posts whenever they have the UNN reports with Sunny. So if you guys want to catch that, it's pretty good stuff. Leia does a really good job. Well, she doesn't want me calling her that. Tracy. She does a real good job. And if you're here and I can't see your comments, I don't know why. So if there are people trying to chat and I don't see what you're saying, so YouTube censorship crap. But I'm responding to whatever I see. Ileana said I have your Telegram. Yeah, I had an original Telegram and I had to delete it because there were some issues with it. Like there was a lot of problems with it. I couldn't get it to do certain things. It was a mess. So I had to start a new one. Something was wrong with it. I don't know if it was corrupted or something, but I had to delete it and I had to make a new one. And it had like 17 people too. So I felt kind of bad because people were interacting there, but there were too many issues. So I had to make a new one. The new one seems to be working fine. So if you guys want to go over there and chit chat and have fun, go for it. I don't really have any rules other than posting illegal stuff or being rude to other people, right? As long as you guys are respectful to each other and just want to talk, it's all good. And if you haven't subbed, I would appreciate if you sub. That's really the only thing I ask for is subs. can't really grow the channel if I don't have subs, right? So if you guys haven't subbed, could you please sub? I would greatly appreciate it. And hit the like button if you can, because apparently if you hit the like button, it sends out the live to people. Ileana said lots of bots on Telegram. Yeah. Romana says lives 5-hour drive from me. Oh, I said Romana says. Louis says Romana lives 5-hour drive from me. Oh, that's cool. I still don't know who that is, but I'll have to look into that. Kim lives like a 50-hour drive from me. I don't know how long, but it's a long ways away. But yeah, if you guys want this to be something big, we can do that, right? Like, again, the lives are for you. At least for now, the lives are for me to interact with the audience or the viewers or my subs. That's what this is about. That's why I do these lives. I don't do them to lecture you guys. I do them to, if you guys have questions, if you want to talk about something. And that's why I put Kim in the title, because I know most of the people that watch me for Kim. So if that's what you guys want to talk about, then that's what we will talk about. I want to give you guys what you want, right? But yeah, we can make this something big. And again, I want to just show, like, what I want to do is show clips. I want to show things. I don't want to just sit here and have a blank screen. So the next time, which will be on Wednesday, let me see what date that is. The 1st. So the 1st of March, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to try to show more videos and clips that we can go through. And if you guys have anything you want me to see on YouTube that you want to talk about or discuss, tell me about it. I'll look it up and we'll just have a discussion about it. But I'll have some things prepared for Wednesday. And I'm also going to have at least one more Kim video. And it'll be, let me see. I'm going to talk about January 9th through the 13th. Whatever she talked about in those days, I'm going to talk about that. I'll probably do that video tomorrow. And then probably on Tuesday, I'll try to do another one. It's going to be tough though, because like I told you guys, it takes a whole day just for me to make one Kim video. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But I'll definitely have one more. So it'll be from the 9th through the 13th. Whatever she talked about in those days. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it week by week, right? So it'll be 9th through the 13th, and then next week, and then the other week. She puts out so much. Like, I was listening to her when I was making the video, and I was like, oh my God. Like, the stuff that she knows, and she can just talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. I think she did say that they script it. But regardless, it's like, wow. That's a lot of information. Just in one video, she puts out a lot. So 3 videos is crazy. The Telegram. I'll show you where to find it, okay, Eliana? So let me pull this Inception back up, because it's gonna do the Inception thing. But I'll show you where to find it. If you go to my channel, well, let me open it in another tab. If you go to my channel, your channel, if you go to the community tab, and you go down here, so you see how I went to the community tab? That's usually where I put whatever information about the streams or anything. Like this is where I put all the stuff. So I put here the link for the Telegram. So if you click on this, it'll take you to it. This link. So yeah, just click on that and it'll take you to the Telegram. Now let me take off this thing before it does Inception again. Queen Romana de Dulo. What do you mean, Louis? Is that what you call her? No problem, Ileana. So yeah, if you guys want to keep up with whatever, and see, another thing I need to do is I need to do more Twitter stuff because that'll be an easy way for you guys to keep up with me. And if you want to share information, you can use the Telegram, or I wanted to start doing Twitter because I want to put on Twitter when I'm going live, or if there's something important I want to talk about. I'll do both, right? Like, because I think Tracy she's posting whatever information. Like if I make a video, she'll post it up on the Telegram so you guys can see that. Kim said, Queen Romana, a title person? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Louis is talking about. I don't know why he called her Queen Romana. Louis, why do you need another self-proclaimed queen? I don't know who he's talking about. But I think Louis has an idol. Who is that what she calls herself, or is that something you're calling her, Louis? I think the crowd wants to know. The crowd wants answers. Liana says she called herself queen. Really? She called herself queen? Wow. That's interesting. I guess I'll call myself king then. I'm King Real Truth. So you guys must address me by my new title, or else I will have the guards take you away. No, I'm just kidding. I just typed her name in Google. It says Queen of Canada. Really? She is given, never takes. She's really the Queen of Canada? Wow, I've never heard of that before. That's something new. I didn't know Canada had a queen. Yes, the queen of the world. Hey, okay. That's interesting. Guess you got to think big. I mean, if you don't call yourself a title, people won't think you're that title, right? So if you want to have a title, you have to call yourself that so people can respect your authority, right? Respect my authority. So if she says if she says she's the queen, she's the queen. All right? So you guys better bow down. That's all I'm going to say. She is of real royal blood, alien. Yeah. Well, I have news for you, Louis. We are all aliens. We all have alien blood within us. All humans were made from aliens. And humans were not even the original. Depending on what you think about what alien means, humans were not the original race of Earth. So we're technically all aliens. Kim said, oh geez, give me a break. Eliana said she's the queen of the RV. The queen of Canada was Elizabeth II. What? She's the queen of the RV. What does that mean, Ileana? RV? The only thing I know is RV is remote viewing. Is there something else I'm missing? But yeah, again, we're all aliens, so I mean, I think humans are humans. I don't consider any human royalty of anything. Louis is under Romana's spell. She was building alien craft for USA distribution. Oh wow. And she's really important. She's a builder, huh? She's a she's a builder. She's a natural builder. That's awesome. I would have never pegged her as a builder. I looked at her. Let me look again to make sure. Yeah, I looked her up, and it's a Canadian philosopher. So I'm confused here. Louis, do you take this lady serious? Because I don't. I don't really know her, but she drives an RV, which people donated money to. What's RV? I still don't know what RV is, Ileana. Louis said she controls Canada money. Kim said, no thanks, Louis. We are creators. We can create our own craft. I don't know. Anytime I see somebody come out and proclaim to be some queen or king or something, and they're some, I don't know, they're always full of crap. That's just the way I feel about it. If you have to take a title like king and queen, then you're just an egotistical piece of garbage that wants people to worship them. Eliana said, Louis money, you really need to check that grifter. And Louis said, who rebuilt all billions dollar homes damaged in storm? Okay. Well, I mean, if she's that good of a person, then she doesn't need to be proclaiming herself as some kind of queen. She should just be humble and say, I help people out. Like, all right, let's just say that I did that. If I helped a whole bunch of people, I wouldn't be like, oh, no, I'm the king, I'm the queen. You need to worship me. Like, I would just help them, and that's it. So, I'm not getting a good vibe from this person, and nothing you're telling me, Louis, makes me think of them in a positive way, even if they did help people. I mean, Trump is the same way, right? Trump, he's doing like he went to Ohio and he took a bunch of Big Macs and water, and that's a good thing, right? He's trying to help people, but I don't think that makes him some kind of emperor. Like, okay, just help people and be humble, you know. If your intentions are pure and you're trying to help people, you don't need to proclaim any titles. That's the way I see it. Ileana said one of those mobile homes. Louis said it's for attention to research her real DOS. Oh, so you don't really worship her, Louis. You're just talking about her, right? Like you don't really take her serious, right? Who knows? Tomorrow she may have be God of RV. What is RV? Why? Ileana and Kim, what is RV? You both keep saying RV. Can you please tell me what that is? I am ignorant to this. What is RV? Are you talking about remote vehicles? Like cars that move or those movable, what are they? The trucks, the houses, whatever they're called. I forget what they're called. Recreation vehicle. Oh, she replaced our new military mobile home. Okay, Okay, yeah, okay. Now I get it. All right, yeah. I didn't know. I've never heard it called that. I'm not from Canada. Sorry. Now I get it. All right. So she has. Now let me read what you guys said so I can make sense of it. She has an RV which people donate money to. Oh wait, no! I didn't mean to delete that. That was an accident, Ileana. I saw you said. I wanted to show that. You deleted message. Motor fucking home. That's funny. Look, I'll show you guys. I accidentally deleted this message, but I'll show it here on my side so you can see. Ileana put motor fucking home. Ileana had enough of my shit. She's like, you know what the fuck this is? It's a fucking motorhome. What's wrong with you? Okay, I get it, Ileana. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go. I am in Tennessee. We call them RV. She has the army bigger than USA. Well, damn. So she's really important. Better not fuck with her. I'm sure Trump does too. Trump has millions and millions of followers. The United States Army is only 1 million, or the armed forces. So, and Trump has what, 80 million followers. So, I mean, a lot of people have bigger armies. You know what I'm saying? She replaced our new military. I don't know what the fuck's going on in Canada, but that place is weird. Nice people, but you guys have a lot of weird shit going on. And I thought that U.S. was weird. Ileana, another comment. She's full of shit. I had to. You okay, Ileana? Ileana's like, I love this chat. She's full of shit. I'm just imagining you yelling, even though I don't think you're yelling. I'm just making it up in my head. Another comment I have to show. Kim says, why does she not kick Trudeau's butt? I don't know. She's probably scared of him. Because, Trudeau's not a human either, so she's probably like, I'm not fucking with that reptilian, or whatever he is. Moonshine Girl said, I am in Tennessee also. Finally, a normal comment. I love Tennessee. I mean, well, the people. I've met some really nice people from Tennessee. Really cool people. I think some of the coolest people I've ever met were from Tennessee. So wait, who else is from Tennessee? Ileana, are you from Tennessee too? I didn't see you say. Oh, wait. I missed a lot of comments. I was fucking around too much. Ileana said the Trump that went to Ohio don't look like him. Yeah. She replaced our new military, mobile home. I am in Tennessee. Oh, Kim is in Tennessee. I am in Tennessee. We call them Ari. That's where I missed. Okay, yeah, I was messing around too much. 2 Tennessee girls. Cool. Eliana's like, no. I'm having fun. See, it's fun. It took like an hour and a half, but now I'm having fun talking to you guys because you guys are being interactive now. You guys aren't just listening to me ramble about nonsense. You're actually talking. Come on, talk more, say more. You guys can say whatever you want as long as the comment doesn't get deleted. So Louis, I'm still trying to understand. Do you obviously take this lady seriously? And I'm not trying to pick on you or anything. I'm trying to understand because I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her before. But you're saying she's very important. She's a reptilian or something. She has royal blood. She has an army bigger than the U.S. She's in control of Canada's money. she gets a lot of donations from her RV. Like, I'm trying to understand. Is this person legitimate? And I mean, she's obviously a big deal in Canada. I don't live in Canada, so I don't know everybody. I don't know everybody in the world. I just know the people that everybody talks about, right? Eliana said, I'm in Sunshine State with shady people. Eliana said, I'm very funny. Yeah. And then Kim said, Tennessee, we love to volunteer. We volunteer to love. Oh, okay. Louis says, she is about to show herself unmask all government. Uh-oh. She's going to take off her mask and shed her lizard skin, or her human skin, and show her lizard skin. That'll be a revelation. I mean, if she does do that, then I think that'll be pretty big news and everybody will talk about that. I'm still waiting for that to happen too. Like, I'm like, what's it going to take for these fucking aliens to show themselves? Like, what has to happen? Like, they should have already done this. Louis said, all people. I mean, there have been instances where people have caught people shape-shifting on camera and stuff like that, right? But I haven't seen anything real. Well, I'll tell you what I have seen. I have seen reptilian eyes on a lot of people. Like, I remember a long time ago, I think it was like 8 years ago, I was watching some news. I forgot, it was some kind of, I don't want to say trial, but it was something with the government. It was a bunch of government officials and people talking. It looked like it was some kind of trial, or you know when they question people and stuff like that. I forgot what they were talking about, but I remember looking at all the people, and every time they showed somebody, they had slit eyes. Like, I could see their reptilian eyes, but that's the only thing I could see. And every person had them that was there, and they were all government people. They all had reptilian eyes. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was weird as fuck, but it was something that I saw with my own eyes that I could verify. All people, oy vey. Liana said, okay. She said she was at military tribunal in Washington, D.C. Uh-oh. Well, we all know who's in Washington. No, nobody good, we'll say that. Romana. Why'd you make me read that, Eliana? Why? Why? It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's wrong. Let me see something. We can have fun, guys. We can joke around. We can, That's pretty evil of you, Ilyana. But it's funny. Louis said, when you follow Romana, you will understand, motherfuckers. And then Kim said, the queen has spoken. LOL. I just don't know her, Louis. And to be fair to you, I'll have to look at her content. Does she have any videos or anything that I can look up? I'll try to be fair, right? Like, I don't know who she is, but it's interesting. What you're telling me is interesting, because if she's really who you say she is, then she's obviously important, right? So give me something to look at. Do you have a video or anything or a reference that you want me to look up? Because I haven't found anything good, like, on Google. Yeah, give me something, man. Give me anything that you have that you want me to look at so I can research her. And then because I have all my social media in the links on Instagram. Yeah, you can send me on Instagram or Telegram, okay? So if you want me to look up something, just send it to one of those and I'll look at it and then I'll get back to you and I'll tell you what I think, okay? Because at the bare minimum, you caught my attention. You have me interested in who this person is. I've never heard of them, and I want to see what they're about. Ileana said 2 years ago. Did I spell it wrong? Sorry. Louis said tons. Ileana said Louis is in love. And Louis said Instagram. Instagram. No, I'm just kidding. Ileana said, don't waste your time. Time is money, boy. I did. And that's why I know what I'm talking. What? What did you just say, Ileana? What the? Okay, this chat is officially losing it. You guys are losing it. Try to keep your composure, people. Like, let's not get. Do I need to get the gavel and just order in the court? Louis is like, every day she updates. I don't want anyone's opinion. Damn. Louis is pissed. He's writing caps. Think you guys pissed him off. Oh wait, that's towards me. Listen here, Louis. I just want to see who this person is. Don't I have a right to have an opinion? So let me ask you this, Louis. You want to send me information and tell me about a person that you don't want me to have an opinion about. So then why are you telling me about this person? And why would I care if you send me something on Instagram or Telegram if you don't want me to have an opinion? What's the point? What, you just want me to just, what, kiss her feet? Like, what do you want me to do? If you're sending me something to look at, or you're telling me about someone, I'm going to have an opinion. I'm going to say something. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, Louis, whatever you say is the truth. Thank you. Okay, and that's why I asked you. I said, what do you have to offer me? And I'll give you my opinion on it. And now you're saying you don't want anyone's opinion. So then what do you want? You want people to just worship her? What do you want? Or you just want to tell people how much you worship her? And you want everybody to think like you and be like you? Like, well, what is your goal? Like, what do you, I don't understand you. You can't just, like, introduce some person that I've never heard of and then you don't want me to say anything. Especially when everybody else in the chat is saying that is BS. And then I just looked up on Google and I didn't find anything good. So I'm asking you, because you seem to be the expert on her. And you have an attitude about it. I'll be damned, Louis. I'll be the last person on this planet that you're going to say something to and I'm not going to have an opinion about it. Especially if you're introducing some person who claims to be a queen. Please. Don't, no. Anyways, so Eliana said, I said exactly the truth. Kim said, when her name said queen, I said nay. Louis said, I asked you to look it up, blah, blah, blah. Eliana said, Louis is the valet for the mobile home. Most Romana followers are off the rockers. And then she said, trust me, I study that. And Kim said, oh, title entities once worshipped. The police have not the power to arrest her as they tried. Okay. 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 No, I had never heard of this person. There are a lot of people that, like, if I could say a random person right now that's pretty popular and famous, and I guarantee you guys haven't heard of them. There are a lot of people that other people haven't heard of. I've never heard of this person. You know, everybody doesn't know everybody. But again, I was trying to give Louis the benefit of the doubt because the things that he was saying about her were interesting to me, and I felt intrigued to look her up. But now he's acting like a fanatic, or what do you call those people? Psychophant. You know, somebody that's just worships somebody. She put hit list on many police. Okay. Louis, there's something I need to tell you. I'm very good at sensing people's energy, so I could tell you if she's full of crap or not. That's why I asked you to give me some information on her so I can look her up myself and then tell you what I think about her, whether you want to hear it or not. But if you don't want to give me the information and you just want to tell me what you think, then I don't really care about this person. That's the truth. So either you're going to give me the information and I'll make my decision on what I think about her, or else I don't want to hear about her. That's the truth. Whether you like it or not. She put his list on many police. Louis, honey, I think you're really in love with her. Louis said, I saw the contract she made with bikers. Okay. Love is blind sometimes. Good. Yeah, Louis, you're not doing her a service right now. You're not making her look good. That's all I'm going to say to you. So I don't know what your intentions are by telling me about her, but you're not doing her any favors. Kim said, which police, the good or the bad? Louis said, I do not know how to copy. I'm literate on computer. You're really upset, Louis. Just calm down, and whenever you figure out how to copy and paste onto Telegram or into Instagram, then you can do that. And then send me the information. But I will give you my opinion on it, whether you want to hear it or not. So if you don't want to hear my opinion, don't tell me about her and don't send me any information. If you want to hear my opinion, then send me the information and I'll tell you what I think. Those are your two choices. It's not going to be, oh, here's this queen of the world. You better worship her or else. No. That's not how I work. Nobody rules me. Do you understand? Nobody. Not in this entire universe. I will never call anybody queen of anything or king. I don't even call people God. I don't even believe in, I don't believe in the term God. Let alone some human who claims to be something. Anyways, I think I'm about done. I went a little further than I wanted to. Hey, Louis, I'll do you a favor. There. I just blocked your ass. So don't send me anything, man. Just go worship your little queen and go away. There you go. You're the first person that I had to block on stream. Go worship her. Go watch your videos in your room and do what you do in private, watching your little queen, and leave me the hell alone. Don't tell me anything else about her. I don't even give a damn. I'm not even going to look her up. I don't care. Anybody that calls themselves a king, queen of anything, they're trash. They're nobodies. Do you understand? I don't care what bullshit, nonsense they spew to the world and pretend to be this person. I don't care about that shit. It means nothing to me. People get propped up all the time. People get put up in positions of power all the time. Look at fucking Biden. He's the president of the United States. He's a piece of trash. He's a fake. He's a phony. So what? Am I supposed to respect Biden because he has the title of president? No. I don't give a fuck about Biden. Fuck Biden. Do you understand? That's how I think. That's how I feel. Nobody worships me. Or I don't worship anybody. But yeah, same thing. Nobody worships me. I don't worship anybody. That's the way I like it. Yeah, it was fun. He made it entertaining, right? He got all flustered because we asked about his queen. Like, people like that are so fucking annoying. They just, oh, you need to listen to this person and do what this person says and don't question it. You can't have an opinion. You can't think for yourself. How dare you make fun of my queen? Bro, go somewhere with that bullshit. I'm the wrong person to come and tell that shit to. Got me fucked up, bro. But anyways, yeah. It was fun. Other than Louis getting into a hissy fit because of his queen. It is what it is. You guys want to talk about anything else? I got like 2 or 3 more minutes. I'm going to go for the 2 hours. What do you guys know about her? I mean, you guys were saying things. Titles is what got us in the shit we are in now. Exactly. Yeah, it's always fun to have a clown in the chat. He's the first person, and I've had people say some dumb shit in this chat. Not as bad as what he was saying, but he's the first person that pissed me off to the point where I had to fucking block his ass. Congratulations, Louis. You're popular and famous for something. So in the future, whenever I get more popular, I will refer back to the stream and say, this was the first person I had to block. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. But, Jesus. Lynette, shit, I missed you. Good to hear you. What's up, Lynette? Ileana said, Louis probably dancing to the views. Probably. He's a cultist. People like that, man, they get so fucking caught up in their idol that they can't see light from day. Kim said, I do not know her. I just seen Queen by her name. And that was enough for me. Exactly. Like I did a quick Google search. I'll show you guys what I looked at. Hold on, give me a second. I mean, Wikipedia is good enough for this person. Let's see. So look, this is what I found. Romana Dulo is a Canadian false pretender who proclaimed herself to be the Queen of Canada and later Queen of the World. She's the leader of a fictitious government called the Kingdom of Canada, led by the Canada First Party, an unregistered political party in Canada, of which she is the founder. She has granted herself the title of Her Royal Highness. She is one of the most prominent figures of the Oh, that's why she's so full of shit, because she's part of QAnon. Now it makes a lot of sense. Movement in Canada and promotes other conspiracy theories such as pseudo-legal concepts derived from the sovereign citizen movement. I'm not going to read any more of this trash. Yeah, she's full of shit, just like I thought. So, didn't I tell this clown earlier when we were talking about the white hats in Q that they were full of shit? And yet, he's going to show me somebody that is part of that movement. Like, he needs to fix his fucking listening skills. I clearly stated that, and I was talking directly to him because he was asking about it. And he was asking about Trump and all this other shit. So I was telling him, I was like, hey, Juan Osava, this, and that. And then he's going to tell me about some other person that's pretty much no different than the people that I already said are full of shit. Holy fuck. Anyways. Yeah, you were right, Ileana. Ileana says she does that dance on Rasputin's song and made her followers do that too, talking about the mind control. Yeah, well, he obviously lied. So he's a liar, a coward, a cultist, a worshiper. Wow. Like he doesn't really, wow. He's not too intelligent. He's not good at listening. So the guy needs work, I guess. But whatever. I don't want to insult him too much. I'm just saying, don't come here with some nonsense and expect me to just listen to you because you worship somebody. I don't do kindly to that. I don't take kindly to that. Yeah, so he knew who Q was, obviously, because she's part of it. Yeah, he's on something. But anyways, I've said enough. I enjoyed this. So there, I exposed his little, and that it's sad too that I had to show that at the end to show how full of shit he was and his little queen. But anyways, it is what it is. I've said what I wanted to say. I enjoyed it. If you guys don't have anything else for me, I will be back on Wednesday, 7 p.m. EST, and I'm gonna do this every Saturday and Wednesday, and we can talk about whatever like we did today. Just no crazy shit. And yeah, I'm going to be making that Kim video probably tomorrow. It's going to take me all day, but I'll do it. But yeah, look for more of that. And I'm going to be putting out more content on other stuff. And also look for Rumble exclusive videos, Rumble, Odyssey, and BitChute exclusives, because there are things I want to say that I can't say on YouTube. So I have to say them somewhere else. So unfortunately, I can only post like a link. Like I'll make a video saying, this video will be on this platform. Go click on this link so you can go watch it over there. And that's just the sad state of YouTube. There's certain things I can't say. Like I want to talk about the C-19 and the elections and stuff like that. But if I talk about that stuff, they're going to strike me. So I can't talk about it. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for showing up. And I'll see you guys next time.